What up, good peoples? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm gonna give y'all a second to come on into the room. Welcome, good peoples. I got TikTok, IG, and YouTube streaming right now. Just wanted to really lift up something that I'm hoping will be beneficial to you. But before I do that, y'all, let me just say this again. Welcome to everybody. We are in the middle, y'all. We're in the middle of our Countdown to Connection 3-day series. Countdown to Connection 3-day series. And we're taking you on a journey from friction to affection. I know it's a lot of people that are watching right now. They got some type of stress, some type of beef, some type of drama in their relationship. And again, during this 3-day series, we're taking you on a journey to actually deal with this stuff, y'all. So go to blamtraining.com, blamtraining.com to sign up. Tomorrow is day number 2. Tomorrow is day number 2. Like if you got issues in your relationship and you're trying to figure out ways to resolve the stuff, to dissolve the beef, to navigate through murky waters in a reasonable amount of time, then you want to make sure you're on this conflict to connection, countdown to connection series, y'all. It's a 3-day series. Tomorrow is day number 2. But check this out. I wanted to give y'all something that we spoke about tonight. And again, we had a bunch of people in the room tonight participating, engaging, leaning in. And I want to make sure that y'all are getting the game as well, too. So again, go to blamtraining.com. Blam is spelled BLAM. It stands for Black Love and Marriage. Blamtraining.com. Do that for me. Do that, YouTube. Do that, Instagram. Do that, TikTok. Sign up and come join us tomorrow for day number 2. Tonight, y'all, one of the things that we focused on was 4 conflict behaviors that hurt your relationship. 4 conflict behaviors that hurt your relationship. I'm not going to go through everything that we talked about tonight, but I did want to touch on this right here because a number of y'all are dealing with these issues in your relationship. Y'all are dealing with this stuff. And so, again, these are things that unfortunately lead folks to actually stepping out of the relationship and making a decision to get a divorce. These are the things that lead folks in the relationship to taking a time out, sleeping in separate bedrooms, not really having productive conversations where they're able to iron out issues that should have been ironed out a long time ago. These are the things that lead your man, that lead your woman to start looking elsewhere. These are the things that lead you to a place where, like, yo, the children are starting to get whiffs of the discontent that's existing in the household. And, they're starting to ask questions about, like, what's going on? What's next? What's around the corner? Now, let me make this perfectly clear. I just said a second ago that these are the things, these 4 things, these are the things that may lead your man or woman to look elsewhere. It ain't your responsibility. It ain't your fault. You're not the cause. But it's because of these things that it kicks up something inside of them and they make the decision to do some of the stuff that they shouldn't decide to do. So let me be perfectly clear about that. I'm going to run through these 4 things. But what I want y'all to really do is to come to the Countdown to Connection series. Tomorrow is day number 2, y'all. Tomorrow is day number 2. People are showing up, leaning in, engaging, and getting the game on how to resolve the beef in their relationship. Why not you? Right? Why not you? I mean, if you're in a relationship right now, actually type a 1 in the chat if you're in a relationship. I want to see who we got in the room. Type a 1 in the chat. If you're in a relationship right now, type a 1 in the chat. I'm going to give y'all a second because I know it's a delay. But type a 1 in the chat if you're in a relationship. I see we got TikTok responding right now. Folks are dropping ones. Again, type a 1 in the chat if you're in a relationship. I see the ones on IG. That's what I'm talking about. YouTube, I ain't seeing no ones over there. Maybe because I see ones coming through on YouTube as well. All right. Type a 2 in the chat, y'all. If you've experienced some beef or some drama in your relationship in the past 30 days, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat if you've experienced some beef or some drama in your relationship in the past 30 days. I see the 2s coming in on TikTok. Where y'all at, IG? Type a 2 in the chat if you experienced some beef or some drama. It ain't gotta be nothing significant or super heavy, but if you experience some tension in your relationship in the past 30 days. All right, I see the 2s rolling through. Type a 3 in the chat if you're signed up for the Countdown to Connection, taking you on a journey from friction to affection 3-day series. Type a 3 in the chat. Now look at the discrepancy. Type a 3 in the chat if you're signed up for this series that I'm talking about. So we've established that people got beef, got drama, got issues. We've established that people have experienced it within the past 3 days. And I see some folks typing a 3. That's what I'm talking about. And so again, if you've typed a 1 or a 2 and you could not type a 3, go to blamtraining.com. BLAM. BLAM stands for Black Love and Marriage. Go to blamtraining.com. BLAMtraining.com. Do that, y'all. Do that. One of the pieces that we focused on tonight, y'all, was these 4 conflict behaviors that hurt your relationship. Conflict behavior number 1 that we spoke about. And when I say we, for those that don't know who I'm talking about my wife and I. And for those who don't know who I be, my name is Ayize Ma'at. My wife and I were both trained therapists. We've been doing this work for a good minute, y'all. We're not new to this. We're true to this. 13 years of helping individuals and couples improve the quality of their relationship, whether it be through retreats, doing one-on-one sessions, doing intensives, like we do it all. So again, like I said, we ain't just talking because this is just what we do. We actually help people. And not only do we just help people, but we got a real relationship, y'all. My wife and I, we've been married for 21 years and together for 28. 21 years married, together for 28. And we got 5 children. So again, I'm not just saying this because, and just sharing these things with y'all because I think that it's cool. We got lived experience. We got lived experience and we got evidence because we've helped so many other people improve their relationship too. So again, I want to say this, y'all. I'm not just talking just to talk. These are things that we see in the couples that we help. Number 1, you're critical. Again, I'm running through these really quickly. These are 4 conflict behaviors that hurt your relationship. Number 1, you're critical. You're critical. You always looking at your man or your woman with the side eye. You always got an opposing perspective or point of view. He or she can't ever do anything right. This is a conflict behavior that is hurting your relationship. As a man, what I know for a fact is that if I feel like I'm under the constant critique or the judgment of my queen, then it becomes problematic because I don't always want to be scrutinized. I don't want to always be looked at through a microscope or through a magnifying glass. I want you to accept me, and what it gives off is that you're not. And so what do? I gravitate towards places where there is a certain level of acceptance. And it don't mean that I'm going out with shorty. It don't mean that I'm doing anything over here with anybody else. What it does mean, though, is that I want to make sure that my cup is full. And one of the ways in which I do that is through the process of making sure I'm in safe spaces where I feel accepted. Your man wants to feel poured into. Your woman wants to feel poured into as well. And so if you're always critical in your relationship, if you're always critical of him or her, that right there is a behavior, is a conflict behavior that is problematic in your relationship. It will hurt your relationship. Number 2, y'all, you're just mean. You're just mean. Like you negative Nancy, negative Nick. You always got like just this frown, this scowl on your face. You got this energy about you. Your children, they feel it when you come into the room. Your spouse, they feel it. It's just you walk around with this scowl. You're just mean, Slim. You're just mean. And that's a problem. That's a problem. Who wants to be around somebody that's just mean? It causes conflict. You just feel the tension. You feel the energy. You feel the pushback. You feel what it feels like is that you don't want me to be around you. That's what it feels like. Real talk. It feels like that. Like you got a problem with me. You don't want me around. You don't enjoy my presence. You don't enjoy my company. You're just giving off stank. Anybody know somebody that just give off stank? You might even be in a relationship with somebody that just give off stank. You just mean, Slim. Sis, you just mean. Willie said exactly. They don't want to be around you like that. Don't nobody want to be around you. You need to clean that. You need to clean that up. Number 3, and this is a huge one, y'all. This is a huge one. Again, if you haven't registered, go to blamtraining.com. This is just a piece of what we talked about tonight in our 3-day series. It's called Countdown to Connection. But number 3, you're defensive. You like this all the time. You're defensive. You always got something to say. It's always like a counterpunch. It's always a but. It's always, well, what about this? It's always, you ain't looking at yourself. You did this too. There's no acceptance. There's no accountability. There's always deflection and defensiveness. This is a conflict behavior, y'all, that will lead you to a place in a relationship where your partner ain't going to want to talk to you. They're not going to want to engage you. And a part of the reason why is because they don't feel like you understand. You're not listening. You're listening to respond. You're not listening to understand. Again, what I would strongly encourage you to do is to drop your hands. Drop your hands. Some of y'all are in a relationship with somebody, you ain't got to keep your guard up with. You ain't got to keep your hands up. Like, you're actually preparing yourself mentally prior to engaging in a conversation to figuratively swing. That's how defensive you are. That's a conflict behavior. And it's a self-protective, maladaptive coping mechanism, but again, it don't mean that it's right. You're trying to protect self. I get that. What I want you to do is I want you to expand how you're showing up in your relationship, because again, just because you feel the way you feel, it don't mean that your partner is coming at you the way that you think that they are. It don't mean that way. I shared something tonight in terms of the way that I was responding to my wife. She actually opened my eyes and gave me some insight around how I may have been hypersensitive to some of the things that she was doing. And I had to be receptive. I could have like bucked back and said, but you. But no, I had to take a look at myself. I had to be accountable, and I had to be receptive to what she shared. This conflict behavior of being defensive, what I have you on an island all by yourself. It just does not feel good. It does not feel safe. It does not feel supportive. It does not feel accepting. When you always got something to say, you always got a pushback, you always got a counterpoint. Stop that. Stop that. Number 4, y'all, you check out. You check out, you tap out, whatever you want to call it. You do all of the above. You have no staying power in your relationship. Just because it gets a little bit thick, just because it gets a little bit tense, like, you're quick to head for the door. You're quick to abandon the conversation. You're quick to run away from the discomfort. And consequently, you're quick to abandon the process of growth. You ain't growing because you're not staying to deal with the difficulty that's required in order for you to push through and grow. So you tap out. You run away. You avoid. You abandon. You check out. This is a conflict behavior that is problematic and that is hurting your relationship. It is. I'm not saying this to be critical or judgmental. I'm saying this because I'm going to support you and help you grow. I want to help you get better. And real talk, this last one was something that I was guilty of doing. I would just leave in the middle of my wife talking. I would just leave the room. And she would be following me, walking behind me, trying to engage me while I'm abandoning the conversation, while I'm leaving. Because I don't want to deal with it. It's not helpful, y'all. It's not helpful. It's hurtful. It's hurtful to your relationship. So again, this was just a little snippet of what it is that we're covering over the course of these 3 days. Go to blamtraining.com, y'all. If you enjoyed what it is that you heard right here, we got way more in store for you. Go to blamtraining.com. We got a workbook. Actually, not even one workbook. We got 3 workbooks. 3 workbooks. We're giving you homework assignments to take to do on a daily basis. We also got, you got additional resources that we have where we have you looking at different conflict styles and just understanding different frameworks in terms of how to navigate conflict. Like, we got all of this that's happening in this 3-day series. Again, tomorrow is day number 2. It's day number 2. I want you to be in a room. I already saw that some of y'all said that y'all registered and joined and have been in the room. A number of y'all today that came through said that y'all got immense value from the experience of being in the room. Show up for day number 2. Again, it's the Countdown to Connection series. We're taking you from friction to affection. That's what the goal is. And so I just shared with you 4 things that block that. And so over the course of these next 2 days, we're going to keep on building on what actually can bridge the gap. Again, go to blamtraining.com, BLAM training.com. BLAM stands for Black Love and Marriage. blamtraining.com to sign up. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. And when y'all sign up, get the workbook and get all of that good stuff. You know, you want to make sure that you are the best equipped in order to get the best results for you and for your relationship. All right, fam. Peace out. All right, IG. Peace out. Go to blamtraining.com. YouTube, go to blamtraining.com. I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Peace out, fam.